Okay, so I don't really have many announcements besides if you're participating in our free week. One, I would encourage you to touch base with your ladies. I always like to do like beginning of the week touch points, personal messages, and then kind of Wednesday, Thursday, like, hey, how's the week going? Have you tried a workout yet? Have you tried any meals out yet? Don't just put them in a group and assume that they're going to start doing stuff. Those personal messages really add up and throw in, and which, we would do that anyways if we were in person, but sometimes we just forget when we're virtual. It's like, oh yeah, I need to touch base, because maybe they're too intimidated to try a workout, or maybe they've just had a week that's been crazy. So just make sure you're touching base with them in personal messages, and then also yourself showing up in the group. And then on Friday, or maybe it's Friday or Saturday, I have a post kind of explaining like, hey, if you're ready to take our next step with us, this is how you get started. And I'm even going to do a Weekender kit raffle for anyone who signs up with the challenge pack. So just know that like that's ahead. That will all be announced at the end of the week for hopefully your girls to get started with the Total Body Solution in August. Besides that, Cassie, do you have anything before we get started? No. Okay. So like I said, this is one of my favorite calls because we have 5 points that we're going to touch on tonight. And I've been coaching for 5 years, like next month. That's crazy to say. That blows my mind. And I know Cassie is like 2 to 3 years now. And these things that we're going to talk about are the foundation of our business, things that we still do every single week, every single day. And I'd argue if you start to stray away from doing those things, then you miss out on the basics of building this business. So if the things we talk about tonight, it doesn't mean you need to do them perfectly, and you just need to start learning about them, and you need to start taking action about them every single day, every single week, because you're never too good to do the basics of this business of a new coach. So I'm really excited. I'm going to go ahead and jump in with number 1, which is being a product of the product. What does that mean? It truly just means that you are going all in with your health journey. It doesn't mean that you're sitting there, showing your shaker cup and talking about 645 or 21-day fix. It's just personally committing to a program and going all in with it. We are not, hallelujah, we are not the nutrition experts. We're not the trainer experts. If you want to be, that's great. I know most of the girls on our team were just like, give us a program, tell us what to do, tell me how many minutes I need to show up, and like get in, get out. And that's what we're asking you to do. Take a before picture if you have not already. Even if you're not ready to share that yet, it is such a crucial part, because it's just that proof that, hey, I'm doing this, I'm going to make a change. And trust me, one day when you are ready maybe to share that, you are going to be kicking yourself if you never took a before picture of where you're at, and never took your measurements, and never took your weight. Even if that, I'm not saying you need to go out and share that at all right now on social media. If you want to, of course, go ahead. But take those before pictures, take those pictures now, because if I have girls all the time who say like, oh my goodness, I wish I would have documented from the very first day of my journey to see the progress that I've made. And even on those days when you're not seeing those progress, you might not be seeing the scale move, you might not be thinking there's anything changing, and you've been committed to this for a month, 2 months, 3 months. Take a picture, and I guarantee you're going to notice a difference from the start of your journey to the end. Maybe it's just you're glowing. Maybe it's your smile is bigger. Maybe it is like your body has just kind of changed. Your booty's gotten bigger and your waist has gotten smaller. Like those are the things that the scale doesn't tell you, which is why we always say take the before picture. So commit to a program, go all in. Take those before pictures, drink Shakeology daily. I argue as a coach for almost 5 years now that it's hands down our biggest tool that sets us apart from every other health company out there. The workouts are great. 30-minute workouts, some of them are 20-minute workouts. They're amazing. But you know what? There's a lot of great workout programs out there as well. There's a lot of great gyms and a lot of great classes. Energize is great, but there are other healthy pre-workouts. Shakeology is one of the only nutritional dense shakes out there that contains everything this one has: phytonutrients, photonutrients, adaptogens, I'm like blanking enzymes. Was approved by my midwife for my prenatal vitamin. I know a lot of you use it as your multivitamin. Go all in with Shakeology. If you're still like, I'm not sure if I want to use that yet, I truly believe it's hands down our biggest tool. I've been drinking it daily for 5 years, and it's just been the biggest game changer in my health. And of course, adding in the workouts and adding in the nutrition is awesome. But go on with the program, go all in with Shakeology when you're ready. You don't have to be perfect with nutrition, but I encourage you to look into our nutrition programs. We have 2 amazing ones: Ultimate Portion Fix or 2B Mindset. And if you're on this call and you've used one of them before, go ahead and drop in the chat section like what one you kind of lean towards. I know for me, I love Ultimate Portion Fix. At first, it was super overwhelming. I'm like, what are all these color-coded containers? But I just told myself, you know what? I'm going to go all in for 2 weeks. I'm going to give it my all. Like, I'm going to put workouts on the back burner for a second, go all in with my nutrition. And by the end of the 2 weeks, that kind of system was ingrained into my brain. And I still it is so in my brain and is so in my daily habits that I even use it like while I'm pregnant. It's super just easy to use. Of course, I'm eating a little bit more now. But I encourage you to, when you feel ready to start a nutrition program, to just give it your all and see the results for yourself, because we're not walking beach body billboards. We are walking our own journey, and your results, your personal results, are your biggest tool, hands down, in coaching. And even if you're not ready to share this yet, even if you're like, I just want to do it for myself, this is our number one job as a coach, is to commit, to get results, and to live our healthiest life. The only other thing I want to say with being a product of the product is also, that doesn't just mean physically and with nutrition and energize and shakes and all that. That also means mentally, with personal development, which, if you're anything like me, I was like, self-help? Yeah, no, I don't need that. Like, I got my Bible, I'm good. And of course, like, your Bible is a hands down amazing tool, but also I truly believe, and I've been a coach for 5 years now. If you cannot be physically healthy and not mentally healthy. Like, they go hand in hand. You can't change physically if you are not mentally healthy as well. And hands down with coaching, like, your mindset is the number one thing that will hold you back from getting your workout in, working out, or getting in your nutrition, getting in your shake, showing up on social media, doing the things that we're going to talk about on this call. If your mindset is not in the right place, none of the other things are going to follow. So please don't be like me. Roll your eyes for the first year and then be like, oh, maybe this thing that people are saying, personal development, is kind of important. If you have like no clue where to start, I highly recommend to all my personal coaches, Fear is My Homeboy. It's an incredible book of just like how to crush fear, how to lean into fear. Because let me tell you, we're all fearful when we start this journey. She even like mentions like, if you should be worried when all of a sudden you don't have anything to fear, because fear is good. Fear means that you're growing. Fear means that you are moving forward and stepping out of your comfort zone. So that's a great book. A lot of the girls on our team do daily devotionals. It doesn't have to be anything big. You can listen to it. Like, I was listening to some personal development while I was meal prepping tonight. A lot of girls listen to it on their way to work. A lot of people listen to it in the shower. It doesn't have to be, I'm going to sit down, do 30 minutes of personal development, like all in a Zen with candles lit. Like, no, that's not how this works. But you do need to squeeze it in. Maybe it's 5 minutes a day, maybe it's 10 minutes a day, whatever it is. That is a huge, huge part of our journey. So product of the product and personal development is the number one. And Cassie's going to start with number 2, which is social media. Myself.
All right. Hi, ladies. Okay, so kind of to tie into what she was saying with personal development, with that, make sure you are finding what speaks to you. So there is so much out there, so much. And you might not like what your friend's reading or your coach is reading or your sister coaches. You might not relate to it. Like, there was books that, my coach and some of my sister coaches were reading when I started this business that I was like, this doesn't relate to me at all. This isn't helpful. Now it's helpful. And so it's just kind of finding that book or that podcast that really correlates with your life and sticking with that. And that can be your PD. So yes, so I get to talk to you guys tonight about social media. So social media is our storefront. And think about how lucky we are that this is our storefront. We don't have to go out and, put a payment down for a building and, try to get people to come to our workout classes and, spending all that money out there. We get to use our storefront here on social media. So it is really, really cool that we have this tool, this free tool at our hands. So I'm going to go over 4 different things on social media and kind of how to get started with that. The very first thing I teach my coaches to do is to share their coming out post. This is because you want to let people know what you are doing. No, it's not like, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach, buy my Shakeology, thanks. Like we're not posting something like that. We're posting, whether you start out as a coach or you're a customer first, then get into coaching. You just talk about, I made a decision, blah, 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 or it was time for me to so-and-so. Like just really correlate that coming out post with, what this journey, either one, what this journey has done for you or what you want it to do for you. So I looked back at my coming out post and it was simple. That was probably honestly the post that I had the most likes on to this day. And it was just something simple like, hey, I just decided to embark on this new health and fitness journey for the next 8 weeks. I'm really excited about this opportunity. Follow along with me for these next so many weeks for, fitness and nutritional tips. That was it. And, it's just kind of, like I said, talking about what it's done for you or where you want it to go. So that's the first thing is your coming out post. The second thing I have my girls do is write a master list of everybody that they know and see on social media. That is their friend, that is following them, that is watching their stories, because this master list is something you can work from. So this is step 2 in my, getting coaches started right with social media is write down every single person that you know or that follows you, because this is a list we're going to work from on people that we get to start connecting with or talking to eventually hopefully get to join you in this awesome opportunity. The third thing is your 5, we call it the 5 pillars. And so what this is, or you can kind of call it the color wheel. Maybe some of you have heard the color wheel, is just really finding out who you are and what makes you you, because we are moms, women, wives. We aren't just Beachbody coaches. Yes, we need to be posting our workouts and our supplements and all that fun stuff, kind of like Brooke said, being a product of the product. You want to be showing that stuff on your social media, but you also want to show things like, that if you're a stay-at-home mom, you work outside the home. If you work outside the home, what are you doing for your nutrition throughout the week? Are you meal prepping? So it's finding those 5 pillars that make you you. So mine are, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm a wife. Right now, my 5 pillars have honestly changed in my 3 years of coaching. I was not super faith. That sounds bad. I wasn't a big Christian when I started this, but now following this coaching journey, it's really become kind of a part of my journey and something I want to grow into. So, Christian or Jesus is kind of becoming one of my pillars. Another one is, Zach and I are remodeling our home. So it's kind of DIY. It's more so him. I don't know how to run power tools, but I can connect with a lot of other moms that are or not even moms, but women that are going through a building process as well. And it's so fun. And my husband's a builder, and you guys know building materials and costs of homes and everything throughout these past year and a half, it's been insane. So those have kind of been my 5 pillars. Like I said, you don't have to pick them today and those float with you throughout. They can change, because very soon here, my kids are going to be at school full time. My title's really not stay-at-home mom anymore. So my niche is going to be, work from home mom, but kids in school, toddler mom. So again, it just kind of changes with your seasons of life, but just really, kind of focus on those 5 pillars. And when people come to your social media, your posts need to kind of correlate with what your 5 pillars are in that stage of life. So the very last thing with social media is finding your target audience. So they say this about the president is, vote for the president that you would want to sit and have a beer with. Think about that as the people you are reaching out to on social media. So this is completely different from like you creating your master list of every single person you know, because honestly, we shouldn't prejudge anybody in this business. You never know what people need, but finding those people that are literally in the same stage of life as you make this business so much fun because you can learn from them. They can learn from you. It makes this business so much fun. So think about how you found your coach, whether I'm your coach, Brooke's your coach, Caitlin's your coach, whoever, like, how did you find them? I bet it was social media. And I bet it was because you guys had something in common. So it's just finding, some people call it their avatar, just the person that is just, kind of a reflection of who they are. So just to make sure you are, like, again, not, prejudging and, picking and choosing who you want on your team, because like I said, everybody needs this, but really harnessing who is your person and who do you want to hang out with in real life. And when you hang out in real life, it is so much fun because you guys have so much in common. That is who you really want to find on social media. So I think that is all I had on social media.
So yeah, and just to echo what Cassie said, it makes it so much fun when, it's just like when you're sharing about, like, no one comes to me honestly for coaching for 5 years because they're like, wow, she is just so fit. She knows all the things about nutrition and in shape. Like, no, they come to me because like I'm a hot mess mom, or they've seen like, hey, where'd you get that recipe that you posted? That was really easy. Like, they connect with me because of baby, pregnancies, postpartum, breastfeeding. Like, no one comes to me truly, honestly, because like I am like the health and fitness expert. They come to me because I'm a real person who struggles, who shares the ups and downs, but I'm consistent. And when you're consistently showing up, you are building that trust even before that first conversation began. So if they're watching you, it is so easy just to say, hey, thanks for following along. I'm not sure if you're interested in anything, but I just wanted to reach out, say hi, how are you doing? It's easy to start those conversations, and it's those, like a simple just conversation starter like that sometimes opens the floodgates of like, oh my goodness, I've been watching you do this. I'm so motivated by this, but I have no idea where to start, So that's kind of what we're talking about by making those master lists, reaching out to people. It's not like we are, just spamming them in their inbox. If you are being authentically you, sharing the things that you love to share and talk about, then it's easy for people to just want to watch and be a part of your life. Okay, the third thing we're going to talk about is what we call Success Club. Maybe you've seen us talk about Success Club or these points, or you might also refer to it or hear it as SC. I actually just posted today in the team page, like the August Ring the Bell board, where anytime someone gets signed up with the challenge pack, we go and share and celebrate each other there. So what this is, because this is a business, whether you're discount coach, hobby coach, business builder, you need measurable goals every single month in every business to truly tell you, are you growing? Are you moving forward, or staying stagnant? Did you not have a month of growth? And of course, sometimes the numbers, you can be doing all the things and not always see the growth instantaneously, because this is a business of kind of, you plant the seed and then you might not see it totally come sprout until a couple more months later, sometimes a year later, sometimes 5 years later, when people are finally ready, who've been watching from the very beginning. Regardless, with Success Club, it is a program where they put in place, the Beachbody looked at successful coaches, not like coaches that are, making crazy numbers and crazy income. Who are the coaches that are just successfully growing their business consistently over time? And what they noticed with those coaches is that they were helping 3 new people every single month with a challenge pack. We call it the Total Body Solution. So not 100, not 10, not even 5, 3 new people every single month with a challenge pack, which I'm assuming most of you signed up with, which is the workouts plus either Shakeology or Energize Recover or all the whole shebang. So 3 new people every single month. The beautiful thing is that is going to, if you're doing that every single month, helping 3 new people, that is going to grow your business, because not everyone, of course, those 3 new people are going to go all in and fall in love with this. Some of them might not even get started. They might get everything and be like, oh, this isn't for me. One of them might totally take off. And then that is why you just constantly keep filling your cup, because you never know what someone is going to do with this. And you want to always make sure that you're offering this and showing someone like, this is what it can do. Because even though this isn't for everybody, when it's the right fit for someone, they will totally take off and can change, make your business so much fun because you finally have someone to do it with, or just make it just a team effort finally, which sometimes as a new coach, you're like, I'm just trying to find someone to do this with. I kind of feel alone, but you're not alone. You have this whole team. But that's why it's so important that you're consistently filling your funnel. Also with Success Club, with those challenge packs, you're going to be making an income. Like with a challenge pack, you're making around $40 to $50, depending on what they get, within commission. So right there off the bat, if you're helping 3 new people, that's around $120, $150 you're making every single month. So that's going to pay for your business fee. That's going to pay for any products you want. And that's going to then give you extra money for Target, Amazon Prime, date nights, diapers, whatever it may be, which isn't that the goal? Like, don't we want to make sure that we're not paying out of pocket for an incredible thing, that we are starting to see some income, especially if you're a business building coach? Well, when you're adding 3 new people every single month, that will naturally do it for you. Okay, so there's Success Club. I also want to share my screen really quick because I always like going into our team page and making sure you guys know where you can, because sometimes this stuff is good to hear, but I'm also a very visual person. So hopefully, can you guys see my screen? Okay, so here's our Team Heart and Hustle page. If you go to media, actually first I'm gonna go to, if you just click on the link of our cover photo page, this is huge for new coaches. I still use it to this day. You will see, and you hit see more, you're gonna see links and like graphics, not graphics, but links and forms to almost everything you need in this business, starting with our team workout link. Here's a new coach kickoff call, obviously different from this one. Here's our business activity tracker. Here's the 22-minute long, like altogether 5 videos of getting new coaches started. There are just so many helpful links and websites that I still use every single day. So it's all right here in our cover photo. If you have not found that yet or seen that yet, I always like to make sure my new coaches see that. And then also, if you were to go, media, and go to the photo album section, there's so much gold in here. And there's a new coach fast start guide that really lays out all the things that we've been talking about. Cassie talked about posting and the 5 pillars. When you go, so this post kind of just lays all that out. Commitment post, an idea of a commitment post, taking actions, vital behaviors, all of these things. So I'm going to go to where it says Success Club. Okay. So also with Success Club, here are the different ways, I should say, how you actually earn it. So when you sell a challenge pack, you get 2 points for a challenge pack. And to hit Success Club, you need 5 points. So that's why we always say, help 3 new people, you're going to get 6 points. You've locked Success Club in the bag. There are also other ways you can earn points, and these show you that. The challenge pack is the first one. If someone gets Shakeology on home direct, if they're like, I don't want the workouts, they're giving you a hardcore no, which some people do. I have some CrossFit people who are just like, I don't want anything to do with your workouts, but I want that shake. I'm like, okay, like it's way more bang for your buck if you go the challenge pack route, but they just don't want to. Like if they would get on home direct, if they just buy a bag and it's not on home direct, you would not get 2 points. But if it's on home direct, meaning it's like auto shipment, you'll get 2 points. And these are also the other things. that you would get points from. So that's where you can kind of go back and find that. One other really, really cool thing before I jump into the next thing is the Success Club trip. So also Beachbody, with this reward program, they have put an all-inclusive trip in as well, that if you hit a certain number of Success Club points, it goes towards trip dollars that you can take you and a guest to. We're going to Punta Cana in March of 2022. And I mean, who would not want to go on a trip that is free? You can take someone and you're helping people, you're earning an income, you're growing your business. So it's just one of those things. We're all going to be together. Just one of those things that as a new coach, you totally can still earn. And even if you don't earn all the points for it to get it totally free, whatever points you do earn from now until the end of the year would be applied to this trip. So maybe you just have to pay the difference of like $200, $300, $500, which to me is still totally worth it to take you and someone else on a trip where you don't have to plan anything, except all you have to do is just pay for your flights to get there. Okay, the last thing that I want to talk about is the Success Starter program, which is a really, really cool program for new coaches. And basically, when I started out, it used to be you had to hit Success Club your first 3 months of coaching. Thankfully, they changed it a little bit and given you a little bit more time. Now it's in your first 6 months of coaching, you just need to hit Success Club 3 of those months. Okay, so if you like, because sometimes you get started with coaching and all of a sudden something crazy happens and you don't really get started until month 2, right? Or month 3, and then you are ready to go all in. So they gave you that little leeway. So what happens when you hit Success Starter program? One, you're going to earn a free ticket to our annual company party event called Summit. This next year in July, it's going to be in St. Louis again. Well, it wasn't in St. Louis technically this year. It was supposed to be this year, but in St. Louis. And that, if you're in the Midwest, that's going to be huge for us because our team is predominantly Midwest, which is so much fun. We can road trip down, stay in hotels, Airbnbs together. So you're going to earn your free ticket to that. You are going to earn a free spot in a test group. So a test group is when there's a new program that launches, like 645 just launched, or Let's Get Up. 90 Control Freak at the beginning of the year. A couple months before those programs launch, what actually happens is they take a small group of coaches and you are put in a test group where you actually go through that program all together with the trainer and be the first kind of like test people who get to try it all out before anyone gets to, which I've never been in a test group before. So this for me, I'm super jealous that Success Starters get this opportunity because it's super, super cool. Because once the program does come out, you have the upper hand, you have the knowledge, you have kind of like, hey, this is how you leverage this, and you can get so many people started on their journey. And it's just a really exciting and fun thing to work with the trainers one-on-one too. The other things, just for our whole team, you get, when you hit Success Starter, you also get the whole team 25 elite points. So it's just a cool way that you are also it's not just you helping yourself and your own business, but you're also helping the whole entire team. And then kind of like I've said before, it completely covers, because you're earning commission off of all those challenge packs, it covers your shake, it covers your business fee, and it gives you extra money to spend on whatever the heck you want, or to save if that's what the season of life you are in. Okay, I think I covered everything in Success Starter. I don't think there's anything. So this was the summit. This was the last summit that we had live in person, which was in, when was it, 2019? So sad. It was canceled the last 2 years because of COVID, but full faith that we will be together in St. Louis in person next July. So I'm going to pass it off to Cassie for point 4. Do you want me to leave this on here, Cassie? Or
do you have the emerald graphic?
Yes.
There you go. Perfect. But yes, you guys, these trips are life-changing. Like that first year of my coaching, like going on these trips, there's nothing like it. Like, sure, these virtual things they're fine, they're great, but getting in person around women that are in the same stage of life as you, working on the same goals as you, like, it is so empowering. So I'm so glad they're starting to host these things again, and we're going to start being together again. So Emerald, I'm going to try to leave this as simple as I can, because, some of this wording can kind of be like, what is this? And I don't want to overwhelm you, but Emerald, you guys, this is the very first milestone in your business, and it is a milestone that is so easy to achieve. So you see right there on this graphic, it shows you. So you are the CEO of your business. It's pretty cool. Like, you are the owner of your own business. It's really cool. And right below you are 2 coaches. When that happens, you are an Emerald coach. And like I said, this is when your business really starts. And I'll get to that here in a second. But try not to overthink this. Emerald is so simple. Literally make it happen. We strongly suggest going Emerald with your spouse, your boyfriend, and then your other coach being like your mom and your sister or your best friend. And then you are an Emerald coach. And so what this does is it opens up a whole new way to earn. So, I'm sure you guys know the kind of the way we all start. And remember this too, we all start at day 1. We all start with 0 followers. We all start with 0, in our bank account when we start this business. And we all start at commission only. And we get 25% commission off of any sale. So that is where everybody starts. And, for the first year of my business, I was doing, basically commission while I was slowly building my team. So what this does, when you hit Emerald, you open up what we call a team cycle bonus, which is earning off the productivity of your team. And this income far surpasses my commission checks. Like, commission is so great, just like Brooke said in the chat. It's great. And like I said, that's where we all start. But, the team cycle bonus far surpasses that. Like, I'm not selling 50 challenge packs a month. I'm not selling 100 challenge packs a month. I'm selling 3. I'm helping 3 to 5 people every single month get started, just like I was from day 1. But what's happening is the 2 coaches below me, maybe they're getting some coaches, and, I keep building off of those coaches that are underneath me. And then they build people and they build people. And what you get and what happens with team cycle bonus is everything has a product value attached to it. So I'm sure you've seen in your back office, like Shakeology is 90 PV, Energize is 38, Hydrate's like 25 or something. So that is where the volume comes from. And so here's where the numbers come is, let's say, this is how you earn team cycle bonus. So one side is 100, one side is 200. And when that happens, what the company does is they pay you for that. So this side's buying, let's just say Energize or Shakeology is 100, just for, easy math here. And then the other side, there's 2 Shakeology users. So like I said, that is where the company pays you. And as an Emerald coach, you get $14 for team cycle bonus. I know you're thinking $14, cool, $14, but that covers your business fee, okay? And that $14, when, like I said, you build more coaches below you, those coaches build coaches, that $14 starts cycling, once a week, twice a week, 5 times a week, 5 times a day. Like, you start cycling so much more. So this is honestly, you guys, Emerald is so easy to get to. Like I said, I strongly encourage you to get to this ASAP, because also too, when you're an Emerald, you get free leads from the company. This is, sorry if you can hear Jax. This is where, like, people are watching, their TV at 1 a.m. and a Beachbody commercial comes on and they go, oh, that looks good. I want to get that. And they get on and they buy it. You randomly get those people, and those are free leads you didn't have to do anything with. That is another benefit of being an Emerald coach. You also need to be hitting Success Club to be getting those free leads. But when you are an Emerald coach, you are getting those free leads. A couple other things with being Emerald is, honestly, when you hit Emerald, our whole team shouts you out. It is such an exciting thing. Do not downplay this. Think about your audience. When they see you hit Emerald, they're gonna be like, dang, she's doing something with it. And you become more credible to them. You become more legit to them, because they're like, she's not just a coach, she earned this Emerald thing. Like, I get it. Yes, there's rubies, diamonds, star diamonds, superstars, all these things, all these fun accolades, but people don't know that. we know that, but people out in the outside world that aren't in Beachbody don't know that. So when you hit Emerald, like, we shout you out. It's such an exciting day. And, again, people that are watching you, get that excitement. They go, wow, maybe I do want to join her. It looks like she knows what she's doing. So that's another cool thing. The last really cool thing about this, you guys, when you hit Emerald, you help your coach go diamond or star diamond. I love being a part of Brooke's downline and being a part of that team momentum of her, hitting 10-star last year. Like, it is such an empowering thing to be able to be a part of that. So just remember that, like, you join your coach for a reason. Like, it's so cool to see them succeed as well, because you are succeeding. So that is, I think, all I had on Emerald. I get really excited about these businessy things. So I will mute myself here and let you finish us off, Brooke.
So the last thing I want to say, and we wanted to end on the 5th point. So we've done product of the product, social media, Success Club, Emerald. Number 5 is leaning into the team. Okay, this is like, all those other ones are really important, but this is also the make it or break it, because it's a very lonely, isolating road if you just try and go on it on your own, and you're quiet in the team page, you don't really reach out to your coach, you answer your coach's questions, maybe you get put in a new coach chat and you don't really talk in there. This is a two-way street. You will get what you put into this. And I know personally, our team, like, when we see a new coach coming in and asking questions, chatting, like doing things, like, we're like, heck yes, like, let's go. That fires everybody up. Everyone, like, I don't know about you, but everyone loves just like when they see a new coach on fire, because we know the effort that it takes for you to step out of your comfort zone, for you to lean into a group of women that you've never met before, but you are showing up. We're going to meet you more than halfway and support you as best we can. So ways to lean in, of course, are on the team page. Okay, use the search bar on the team page if you're like, okay, I did not understand what Brooke was talking about, because like, I have pregnancy brain and like I'm tired, so who knows what I said earlier about Success Club. Go to the team page and type in Success Club. You're going to find all the resources you will need about Success Club. Or maybe it's Emerald. You want to go find a video on Emerald and how we explained it. Type in Emerald. Or maybe you are just like wanting to find some new Shakeology recipes. Use our team page, and also engage in the posts in our team page. We don't just post to post, we post to share things for you guys to ask questions. Another way is if you're on this call, you're already doing it. Join our team calls. This is a virtual business, which is beautiful. Like Cassie said, we don't have to go lay down a huge down payment, leave our day, go out and leave and have to come back at a certain time. Like, I can just jump on my business in 0.2 seconds by going onto Instagram or social media. But we also need that in-person time, and Zoom calls provides just that extra layer of, like, okay, this is a real thing. These are real women doing this with me. This is a time where I can ask questions and learn and lean in. So make sure, if you can't always make it to the team calls, that you're at least listening back on them. Also, we have a weekly national wake-up call every single Monday. It's like the whole company wide. A speaker speaks on it. Sometimes it's a brand new coach. Sometimes it's a coach who's been here for like 9 or 10 years. I just listened to the one today and Rebecca Dillon, she posts them every single week in our page. It's on the Team Beachbody Coach 411 page in Facebook, but she always copies it and pastes it into our group if you have no idea where that is. And it was so good. It was all about like inviting and how she approaches it. If you haven't listened to it yet, I highly recommend it. But I listen to those weekly and have listened to those weeklies for the past 5 years. If anything, it just sparks my joy for this business of like, okay, like, she struggled there, she's having a hard time too, and this is what she did. I can do this too. So again, leaning in. And I want to quote something that she said today on the National Wake Up, or I listened to it today, so I keep thinking it's today. But she said yesterday, because as a new coach, it's probably I know it's so easy to be like, well, how do I even help someone when I don't even know what the heck I'm doing? She said this and I was like, oh, I have to write this down. And she said, you only need to be one step ahead of someone to lead them. All of us are one step ahead of someone today, right? And that's all we need to do to be is to lead them. And I argue like it's actually better to be one step ahead of someone rather than 10 steps. It's easier because when you're one step ahead of them, you know where they just were. So tell them how you got to your step and then keep taking steps forward and keep doing it together. It actually gets a lot harder when you are like 10, 20 steps ahead of someone and you're trying to remember like, okay, how do I help them get started? How do I do this? So take advantage of where you are as a new coach and bring people on this journey with you, even though you might not understand every single thing. Use your excitement, use your personal results from what you're seeing in your own life as just like, come try this out with me, you guys. So lean into the team page, lean into the team calls. We want to meet you wherever you are, wherever your goals are with this. We are here to help. And this is the last thing I want to leave you with. I have 4 things, and I'm going to put them in the chat that I want you to, whether it's tonight, it's getting a little bit late, at least for my bedtime. It's tonight or tomorrow or sometime this week to send to your coach. And it's 4 questions that we covered tonight that is important for you just to kind of, again, open that communication, make sure your coach knows where it's at. So let me go, I wrote it down somewhere, I think in my email. So I could put it in the chat section. There it is. Okay. So I'm dropping it in the chat now. So it's 4 things I want you to send to your coach. The first one is, what program are you doing and what are you doing for PD? Heck, you could send this, even if you've been a coach for 2-3 years, like you could send this to your coach because this is all stuff we need to be doing. I'm still doing, Cassie's still doing, Caitlin is still doing, like we're all still doing these things. What program are you doing and what are you listening to for PD? And if this is perfect for like, I have no idea what to listen to for PD, like get your coach, get some ideas. Number 2, have you done your commitment post? You know, let your coach know, like, I haven't done it yet, or I need help, or maybe I'm going to write it up over the weekend. Could you help me look it over? We're all more than happy, of course, to like, if you want to send it to me or to Cassie or to anybody, if we want to put it in the team page and be like, guys, what do you think? It doesn't matter. Number 3, what are your 5 pillars for social media? Remember, Cassie talked about those 5 pillars, those 5 things that kind of just represent you and what are the kind of things that you're going to be posting around. Because it's not Shakeology. It's not your workout. It's not like, yes, you might be a big fitness person if you are one, but a lot of times there's not a lot of girls on our team, I would say, that are like huge fitness gurus. Like we connect because we're pregnant or we're stay-at-home moms or we're nurses or we're whatever you are. Those 5 pillars are so important. And then the last one, who are the first 5 people you are going to invite? That one I've actually kind of changed. It used to be like, what was your emerald goal date? But who are the first 5 people that you are just going to be like, hey, I'm kind of scared to say this. And I remember Caitlin, she did it with her sister. She sat her sister down and I just like, this is the approach you just need to take. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I love coaching and I love the results I'm seeing so far. Like, would you do this with me? Do you want to try it out? That is the number one biggest regret I have is like not doing that with my sister and my mom, both people who use things now that I just assumed like they're going to roll my eyes at me. They're going to tell me no, I don't want to hear that. But you know what? If I would go to them and be like, Mom, would you like sell these magazines with me? They're life-changing. They are just transforming me and giving me so much life. These magazines are they're helping me. I have energy again. I have confidence again. Like, come on, Mom, like help me sell these magazines. My mom would help me sell these magazines, but this is totally a lot better than that. So take that approach of 5 people that you are just going to share your heart with and just say, I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing, or be honest with them. Maybe you do know exactly what you're doing. If you don't, let them know, but just share that you're excited. You want to get healthy. You want them to get healthy with you. And guess if they don't want to do it long-term, they can always stop. This is not a forever thing, but I want you to send your coach 5 people that you are going to invite. So I'm going to stop recording and I just